Fair warning, there's a very good chance that this video is going to turn into a rant. So, you've been warned.
Damn it, Marvel, you had something good. You were doing so well, you just did everything right, and now you've screwed it up. For me, you have just ruined TV and movies for me. I can't sit down during my weekly TV watching and watch other shows without being critical and comparing them to the shows you've done. Marvel, with their TV shows and their movies, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Agent Carter, all of their movies, they have set the bar for what I would consider to be good entertainment, to be good media, video entertainment. And so many other TV shows and movies are just not stepping up. And I honestly don't feel that that bar that they've set is that high. I would say it's an acceptable level for TV shows and movies. For me to spend my time watching these things, I feel like they should be able to reach that bar. And they're just not. Every week I watch a lot of TV shows, obviously, because I'm always talking about TV shows. I'm always tweeting about TV shows. But obviously my favorite during the week is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But I also watch Flash, I watch Arrow, I watch Gotham, I watch Constantine. These shows, and I'm not just trying to pick on DC, but DC shows are so abundant now throughout the week that they are the bulk of what I watch. And I'm not enjoying it. I'm just not. I feel like I'm watching DC's TV shows out of a sense of obligation from when I was young and loved the DC TV shows. The cartoons, Batman the Animated Series, Justice League, Super Friends, even Smallville was really good. And now they're just not. They've become these over melodramatic soap operas with superheroes. For example, with Arrow, the last episode that Arrow showed was basically focused on the love triangle that they've forced, or that I feel they've forced, between Oliver and Felicity and Ray Palmer. And that was the basis of that whole episode. Gotham is just all over the place. And, you know, we're watching Fish Mooney and her pirating adventures with the doll maker, and they've introduced about 1 million classic villains from the Batman lore. And the show is just moving so fast, like so many things have happened, and I feel this way about Flash as well. They've done so much in one season, they easily could have spread everything that's happened out over 2 or even 3 seasons. Whereas Arrow, as melodramatic and soap opera-y as it's getting, at least Arrow has been consistent and been at a good pace. Whereas Flash and Gotham, not so much. I don't just want to pick on DC. That's not what this is about. There are other TV shows that I watch that I don't feel are stepping up and matching the bar for what I would call a good TV show. Elementary. I've talked about Elementary before. I, for the most part, enjoy Elementary, but I wouldn't say it's great. It's okay. It's mildly entertaining, but it's also incredibly formulaic. I can basically figure out who the murderer is because it's usually the first person they interview for the murder. It's usually that person. Like 9 times out of 10, it's the first, maybe the second person they interview, but it's always one of them. So it's just not surprising anymore. It's not, I'm getting bored with it. Now there are TV shows that I feel have stepped up. Just talking about the shows that I watch on a weekly basis, iZombie is a brand new show. It's only 2 episodes in, and I'm loving it. I think it's great. It's nothing original, but it takes a lot of different things that have kind of already been used in different TV shows, and it just makes something fun. It makes something fun, it's creative, it's fun to watch. The Last Man on Earth, a show that I thought I would hate, but I gave it a shot, and I laughed. I thought it was great. I loved it. Constantine is another show, and that's a DC show that I love. I think it does everything right. I would say Constantine is at least as good as Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. This doesn't, and like I said, this doesn't just focus on TV shows. Marvel, as far as movies goes, sets the bar for that. I watched The Imitation Game recently with Benedict Cumberbatch and Keira Knightley and Mark Strong and Charles Dance. It was a good movie. It was good performances. It tells the story of Alan Turing, who basically invented the computer. And it was a good movie. It was informative because I honestly didn't really know who Alan Turing was before I saw the movie. So I'm glad I watched it. I'm glad I now know who Alan Turing is. But the movie itself was okay. I wasn't really entertained by it. I was kind of bored. Like, the movie ended and I was like, okay, great. I had no emotional reaction. It was just okay. And that's a movie that was nominated for like a buttload of Oscars from what I remember. Yet the movie was just okay. Yet look at the last two Marvel movies that come out. Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy. Those movies had me so excited, not only going in, but coming out. I was so excited to talk about these movies and to see them again and to look at all the behind-the-scenes stuff. I was so excited for these movies, just as I am for all the other Marvel movies. Those movies got an emotional reaction out of me. And so does Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. every week. I look forward to watching it. And I'm always disappointed when the show ends and I have to wait a week till the next episode. The same thing for when Constantine was on TV. Or The Walking Dead. And they use cliffhangers. I hate cliffhangers so much. And because basically I feel like I'm already hooked. You already have me hooked into the show. You don't need to dangle the bait in front of me at the end of every week. And I'm basically sitting there until next Sunday jonesing for the next episode like a meth addict. You got me. You got me. I'm into the show. You don't need to bait me. And they do. But, you know, Walking Dead is a show that I watch every week, and I love that show. Marvel, with their movies and their TV shows, they've set the bar, they've set the standard for what makes good, what makes a good TV show or what makes a good movie. And I think the reason they've done that, and I think how they've done that, there's a documentary about the creation of Marvel, the history of Marvel, Stan Lee, all that stuff. And they basically made Marvel comics, and the comics that they wrote, they made stories that they would want to watch, that they would want to read. And they've basically, and Marvel Studios has basically done the same thing. They've made stories that they would want to watch. And they've made stories that I want to watch because they're good stories. They get emotional reactions out of me. They get me excited. They get me worried about the characters. Whereas other shows like Arrow or Elementary, when I'm watching them, I don't even know why I'm watching them. I'm looking at my phone more than it has me paying attention to the show. And I want these shows to be good. I really do. I want Flash and Gotham and Arrow to be good. But Flash has moved so fast, pun intended. The same with Gotham. The show's moved so fast in one season. Arrow's become this melodramatic superhero soap opera, and it's basically just a spin-off making machine because they did Flash right out of their second season, and they're doing another one with Adam and Firestorm basically right out of their third season. And I want these shows to be good. And as far as I'm seeing them, they're just not. I've not been excited to watch a DC show, or many other shows for that matter, maybe since Constantine. I'm excited to watch iZombie. I'm excited to see the next episodes of Last Man on Earth. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm obviously excited for. But other than that, I'm not really sure why I'm still watching these TV shows. Marvel Studios has just shown me what it is that is a good TV show and a good movie. And I both love and hate them for it. Because I love them for it because now I know what a good TV show and what a good movie is. But I hate them for it because now I'm watching these other shows and I can't help but compare them and just feel let down by these other TV shows. Now, I will fully admit that I'm a Marvel fanboy. That, yes, it would take a lot for me to be like, Marvel has done wrong. I don't think that Marvel can do no wrong, but so far I feel like they haven't. I am a Marvel fanboy because they make a great product. They make great TV shows, they make great movies, They make great mini-sodes on the internet of the one-shots. I mean, they've just done everything right. And they've shown what good storytelling and what good movies and TV shows can be. So maybe other TV shows and movies and those behind these TV shows and movies need to stop complaining about the influx or the tsunami or the typhoon, whatever the word was that he used, the so many superhero movies. Instead of worrying about how many superhero movies and TV shows there are, why don't you step up and make your shows and movies at least as good? I don't think that's a difficult thing to do. I don't think they set the bar so high that it can't be reached, because other shows have reached it. So why are these other shows like Arrow, like Flash, like Gotham, like Elementary, like these other shows just aren't matching up to be at least as good as Marvel's TV shows and movies are? You're going to disagree with me. I know you are. There's going to be a lot of people that disagree with me. I know friends who will watch this video who will immediately disagree with me. But that's how I feel. That's my opinion. That is the end of my rant. Let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments. And also remember that if you comment on this video, the last video, and the next video, you enter in a chance to win the Batman Funko figure for my first giveaway. But let me know what you think. Like the video if you liked it. If you didn't, you can still like it anyway. Share it. Follow me on all the internets and subscribe to my channel so we can geek out some more. But until then, have fun. So Captain America, Thor, Hulk.